All right. So let's get on to our on the ice segment with Christian. I'm gonna go ahead and let you take over, Christian.
All right, so on the ice this week, we have a crazy week in the NHL. Connor McDavid was absolutely amazing for the Edmonton Oilers. Two hat tricks in 1 week, which was impressive. 6 points for the Oilers in the win against the Avalanche as well last night. Really crazy. So this guy's insane, and he has brought the Edmonton Oilers tied for first place in the Western Conference with the St. Louis Blues. Very, very impressive season so far for Connor McDavid, and very impressed by his play. I mean, to be honest, who isn't surprised? Connor McDavid has been a franchise player since he's came into the league. So very impressed by Edmonton, very impressed by Connor McDavid, and look for more amazing play by him as we continue for the rest of the season. St. Louis has really been holding on though for that number one spot. They're both tied with 28 points and look to continue. This will be a battle, I think, for the rest of the season. So let's see what happens as we head into the All-Star break here in a few months. Looking forward to that. On the Eastern side, we have an injury from Sidney Crosby, who will be out for 6 weeks due to a surgery on his abdominal muscles. And that is a big hit for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh hasn't had the best season so far, and we'll look to see if they continue to maybe improve or whatnot. Eastern Conference has been a little up and down this season, and it's just not a good start for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So we'll see what happens there. But Sidney Crosby out for 6 weeks. When you look at the Eastern Conference side, it has been all the Washington Capitals, and they continue to do that. They're leading the entire NHL and the Eastern Conference, of course, with 32 points, and they are up by 5 points to their metropolitan rivals, New York Islanders. So we'll see what happens there in this aspect of things. But to me, looking forward, we've seen this week after week so far. St. Louis and Washington, both the teams who've won the last two Stanley Cup Finals, are leading the NHL in points for their respectable conferences. And I keep saying it, this would be so exciting if we saw both those teams face off. It'd be like a best 2 out of 3 kind of thing. You see Washington win in 18, St. Louis win in 19, and we'll see who wins in 20. If that to me, that'd be really fun to watch. I like both teams too, so we'll see what happens. All right, man, back to you.
All right. I'm actually really crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to this screen because I want to talk about that two hat tricks in 1 week is.
Yeah, it is.
That's definitely somebody that's going to be having to watch for. That sounds like a really good player. The Blues and I'm really happy to see them doing as well as. I really like to see St. Louis, Washington. 3 years in a row would be a lot of fun, and I think that'd be kind of. But let's go ahead
Yeah,
and. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say one more thing about Edmonton. They're impressive, and they have Leon Dratzel and Connor McDavid. Both of those are 1-2 in the league, the entire NHL in points. Dratzel at 41 points already this season, and with 15 goals, and Connor McDavid with 37 points with 14 goals. And both those guys are leading the league in points on the same team. Really impressive. Edmonton's a really fun time to watch. So if you get a chance to watch a hockey game, usually they play later on in the nighttime, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Eastern. If you can pick any of them, find an Edmonton game because they're really fun to watch. West Conference hockey is faster pace, and it's a really enjoyable game to watch.
I say it sounds like they're lighting it up if they're both leading the league in scoring. But let's go ahead and get into the AFC playoffs.